Today is September the 4th, 2016. This is my response, my personal response to the open and public forum sponsored by Congressman Cummings, the NAACP, and the Maryland Law School, the Cary Law School. I'm a victim of police brutality because I was making an independent film and a documentary about police brutality since 2006. The movie curtails the role that racism plays in the judicial system and the money that's involved in mass incarceration in Baltimore, in which the Department of Justice report fully exposed. But the Department of Justice didn't go further. This is what they missed. They missed the criminal act in it, because this was a criminal act. Civil rights violations. Title 18 U.S.C. Section 241. If two or more persons conspire to injure, oppress, threaten, or intimidate any person in any state, territory, commonwealth, possession, district, or free exercise or enjoyment of any right or privilege secured to them by the Constitution of the United States because of him having exercised the same, there shall be fined under the title or imprisoned not more than 10 years or both. All right, that's the law. Title 18, whoever under color of law, statute, ordinance, regulation, or custom willingly subjects any person or any territory, a district, a deprivation of rights, privileges, immunities secured, protected under the constitutional law shall be fined and or imprisoned for not more than 1 year or both, and if bodily injury results from acts committed in violation of such acts, included the use, attempted or threatened, dangerous weapons, explosive, fire, shall be fined under the title of imprisonment of more than 10 years committed in the violation of this section, such as and including kidnapping, or attempted aggravated sexual abuse, attempt of aggravated sexual abuse, attempt to kill, shall be fined under this title and served more than term of life or both as a result of this sentence. I gave Congressman Cummings evidence of this violation by Schellenberger, by Waller, by Bernstein in your public judicial system. I named the judges, the lawyers, and the politicians involved in doing this. I was illegally incarcerated on February the 7th, 2011 for making a documentary about racism in the judicial system. August 2007, I gave this information to Senator Cardin's right there. That's his signature. All right, I got everything documented, timed, and dated. I started the movie in 2006. And that was in my store on Falls Road. It's the Get Shorty program. Governor O'Malley approved it. 2006. Like I said, I got everything timed and dated. The state of Maryland, because of this documentary, the state of Maryland, this is my custodial records. I won my case. I was illegally incarcerated. The entire contents of the defendant, a 1999 Chevy Suburban. All right, that's my property. The state of Maryland knowingly stole property from me to keep me from exposing the corruption and the criminal acts by your judges, state's attorney, public defenders, police department, and elected officials. That same property that the government stole on February 11th, on May the 5th, I got a letter from Governor O'Malley's office, Anthony Brown, Lieutenant Governor, State of Maryland. All right, Special Secretary, May 5th, 2011. Your client, Mr. Davis, return of the information. All right, it was a DVD. That's the DVD. It's the prison industry. Kevin Kamenetz got it because Kevin Kamenetz is in it. And the state of Maryland stole property and they responsible for it. Like you say, civil rights violations. This is about your policies because you're named in this paperwork, Congressman Cummings. We're going to go to the beginning because like I said, I was arrested for this toilet. And this was a legal notice. You read it? I was making a documentary based on the Dred Scott decision. All right? That's Senator Broshini. He got it. That's Richard Durbin. He got it. That's Governor Thompson. Lawyer's office. That's the Maryland Black Caucus. So they can't say that they ain't got it. Eric Holder got it. Congressman Cummings got it. And this was notarized. Perfectly legal before I got locked up in 2011. It was about being black in white America. It was about justice in America. And the Department of Justice showed you that they committed criminal acts, but you're not going to hold them criminally responsible. So consider this my testimony. It is my testimony. The state of Maryland committed criminal acts. They used their police department to lock up individuals. They used their courts to commit the criminal act because the criminal act was done through fiduciary fraud. When you charge somebody, you had to pay a fine, you had to pay a fee. That's the fraud. That's the racketeering. That's the criminality in the court. You use the public defender, the state's attorney, and the courts to commit this crime. And our politicians know about it. That's your mass incarceration. Your report shows that you had over 11,000 people getting arrested. Those 11,000 people, you didn't go further in the arrest. You didn't go to the other arrests. You also didn't go to the treatment of the inmates in the jails, in the Baltimore City and Baltimore County detention centers. So I did it through mail. I did it the proper way. You can go to state's attorney in Waukegan, Illinois, Lake County, Illinois. You can go to Ronald Davis because he's leading the investigation on this issue here in Baltimore. You can go to Eric Holder because I've been in contact with him since 2008. Also, Chief State's Attorney, Baltimore City Mosby, she keeps dodging the issue of giving us access to the grand jury. President Obama has it as well. The fraud came into court because you had to go through the comptroller's office to do it. Bank of America, when you do money orders, when you pay through the court, when you pay those fees. So I asked for a full audit. And I also gave the information to Brian Frost. President Obama has all this information. Mosby has it. Like I said, President Barack Obama. It's about Baltimore City Police Department. It's about policing the police, and that's the information. That's the movie. That's the documentary. And that's your mayor. That's your future mayor. It's the Office of Promotions and Art. There's no law against making a movie. It's about your prison industry and your policing in our community. And all I did is just did it by using a toilet. A toilet is a common denominator. Don't care if you black or white. Don't care if you straight or gay. Take your shit every day. But when you locked up, we got to use that toilet for things that you don't think that we use it for. So I made a movie about it. And the movie is about policing our police. The movie is about Congressman Cummings and telling the truth and coming clean. Because you got to come out. You got to see me. You see me in D.C. and everywhere you see me, you don't want to confront me. You don't want to talk about this. But you have full knowledge of this since 2006. You knew I was making a movie. You knew the movie was about the policing in Baltimore City. You knew it was about the corruption in the courts and the politics behind it. Your face is on the title of this. If you like it or not, you got to see me. It's a public forum. And you're the host.